problem, fine, we should know what it is and how it's moving. If we don't have a problem, that's even better, but we don't know either way. That's, and I've been asking, and if you would expect, we're entitled to have the DNR here. There's only 54 active municipal landfills in the state. They could be here. I mean, my God. Anyway.
Nothing else? Tab 5 is an email regarding a berm flat well issue. As I read it, in October of last year, Vance discovered that there was a bad well in the delineation flat between two phases of the landfill. The bad well allowed rainwater to enter and flow under the primary liner in phase 9A. This water was removed by pumping into the leachate collection system. So if you guys can describe the event in detail, why the bad well happened, what corrective action was required, whether repairs have been completed since then.
The delineation berm was on phase 3C, which was previously completed probably the delineation berm flat is outside the limits where the waste is placed within the active cell area. It's past the high point. That weld is welded on the primary liner to delineate the constructed phase from the unconstructed phases. When we were constructing phase 9A, we found that delineation berm weld had not made penetration through the primary liner. So it was essentially a bad weld. There's a number of reasons that can happen. It can be dirt in the weld, it could be temperature related, equipment related. We don't know specifically why, but it was identified and repaired prior to completing the new cell construction and waste replacement. Any further questions on?
No, I know when you welded that deal, it was inspected right up as it went along. Is that just that it broke down on its own after it's already inspected?
Because this weld is, it wasn't part of the primary liner system. It was actually on top of the primary liner system, so above what is put in place to protect the ground underneath it. It's just a delineation flat. The test that gets run on a vacuum box test, so it may not have caught that vacuum didn't penetrate the ground.
There's a temporary well outside of where the waste was going to be placed. So it's really a delineation berm. It's like to segregate the non-waste area from the waste area, and that delineation berm was not in the waste area.
Anything else on that? Tab 6 is an email regarding extended collection line jetting. Back in October, Advanced had some leachate collection lines jet cleaned, which worked well for most parts of the line, but there were problems when the hose couldn't be advanced beyond a certain point. The email says that no obstructions were encountered and that Advanced believes the problem was drag from the hose going through the line. So I'm curious if that's still the case, what occurred, what impact it has on being able to clean the lines in the future, and whether the DNR has it doing anything.
Yeah, so we jetted the lines, they put as much hose as they put out. There comes a point at which the hose drag is more than the jetting unit can overcome. We were able to go, the beauty of the system is there's cleanouts on both ends of the landfill. So the jetting rig was brought to the other side of the landfill and overlapped. So the point at which we got to where the drag could not be overcome, we went on the other side of the hill and jetted passed through, so we had overlap in that pipe. So the entire point was clean that way.
The whole thing, just for the direction. Questions about that? Tab 7, construction documentation approval. DNR gave approval to the construction documentation for phase 9A liner and advanced request to revise closure costs for the landfill. If you can provide some context for this request, how does it fit within the landfill regulatory process? Why have the closure costs changed, and what happens from here?
The closure costs was a condition of the permit approval that the closure costs be updated with the phase 9 construction. So that's specifically why the closure cost update went in with the
as you construct more footprint, you need to update the closure costs to represent that entire footprint for future closure units.
And or every 10 years is the requirement by the state. In this case, it was the construction of phase 9 that triggered the.
Questions on that?
I got one. So how are you guaranteeing the closure costs? Is that cash in the bank that's bond?
Yep, and those, so the closure costs went in, you update closure costs went to the state. DNR reviews those, they approve them, and they're going to provide updated costs for those amounts, for those amounts.
Do they still allow net worth as one of the conditions for it?
Yes.
They don't?
Point of order, can I please get introductions to these folks so I know who's talking?
Jake Marlowski, Advanced.
Tyler Field, Cornerstone.
I'm Tim Curry, the Region Landfill Manager with Advanced Disposal.
And Mark Torzani of Cornerstone.
Thank you.
Okay, tab 8, DNR compliance monitoring from October of 2018. Landfill inspection occurred on October 30th. I didn't see any non-compliance items. But the report does mention a leachate seep that was being contained within the waste. If you can explain that, and then this is where the comment about the 5-year review came up, which I was curious about. You've already partially answered that, but touch on that again.
Yeah, with the leachate seep being contained in the waste, it was just on a side slope. So what we did is we dug stone down to get it down to the liner so it can actually get down into our leachate collection system instead of getting in contact with groundwater. So we made berms around it, got it down here, so we could actually get on the slope since it's been wet to completely fix it and cover it 100%. So it was all being contained, so we get it ahead of time. And we do it proactively before any groundwater can get to it. So that's why she would know that.
So the 5-year review is just standard protocol? It just happens that it's occurring at the time that we're asking for
The
someone to
5-year review is separate from this compliance review.
Yeah, right. So what does the 5-year review consist of?
The 5-year review is for the LGRL project, so that's part of the existing ROD for the Superfund. They do the state, the state is the lead on that project. And every 5 years they're required to do a review and provide a report to the EPA on the progress of the goals that were stated in the ROD. So that the state is currently working on developing a 5-year review report. They'll make determinations on where the project is at with its achievement of the goals that were stated in the ROD. There'll be a public information and comment period on his report. He has said he's going to attend the next meeting. We're hoping that's during that public comment period on his report so that he can address things. He can have something issued to the public that we have a chance to review. And then ask him
So
questions.
you said that you're hoping that the public comment is during
They
this
are.
particular meeting?
We don't know that for sure.
I think that might not be advisable just for, you gotta think of citizens. How many citizens can get out of attend public comment?
Well, public comments that period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
Well, that's not, that's not,
Okay.
sorry, right, it's gonna be, I think there's a third, I think it's 30 years.
Okay. Thank you.
Did I hear you anticipate, or the DNR anticipates that this report will be done before our next?
It would be public comment. I don't have to finalize the whole thing. That's their goals, but if they have some review up by EPA that has to be done,
One thing I'll say on the ROD, that's the record of decision, that is bound to some degree, what the PRPs are held to has changed to some degree, because that ROD, record of decision, was based on LGRL being there, and that's no longer there. So, I mean, it's in 5-year review, if they're gonna take a look at that. And that 5-year review is looking at, do we maintain what we're doing, do we have to change it, or do we reduce it? They have the option for looking at all that. And this is a state lead, as Tyler said, which means the DNR is in charge of this project, but they do report back to the US EPA because this is under the CERCLA Superfund site. That's where that goes. So that process, and this is part of every site has that 5-year review. This isn't just this site. Every site has that 5-year review that it goes through. Every Superfund site, right?
I just want to be clear. So Even though the LGRL site is gone, the conditions of the rod still exist, they're still enforceable.
Right, but you have to remember, that's a legal document that the PRPs, the responsible parties for that are here to that. They have to, it's a legal document that they have to adhere to, yet some of those things in there are no longer applied.
Right.
So I'm guessing there may be some changes.
We've had discussion with both the state and the US EPA in amending that ROD decision to bring it up to date. They have discussed it, but no action taking place as of yet towards amending that ROD or finalizing that ROD as more representative to what's there now.
Yeah, do you think they're waiting for the 5-year period to come up in order to make that amendment? Don't know.
I can't tell you what they're
I'm sorry.
I don't, for people who are not following the PRP, people are responsible parties. The original liability for the landfill was divided up among, I don't forget how many there were, 6 or 8, including the city of Mayville and Pittsburgh, Maine, and the Outboard Motor Company, John Deere, for people who dumped in the old LGRL. And I have trouble understanding how you can do the 5-year review or close out this landfill ask for permission, or the DNR and the landfill ask for permission to move the LGRL that they said probably wasn't a problem, but just in case we're going to move it. And it was the best idea to move it. But and the 5-year review is to, what he's saying, engineer language is, now that it's moved, we want to check to see if we did what we thought we were going to do and had it happen. And I don't know how they can say that without the DNR weighing in on where the, on the activity. I don't know how they can close out this chapter of the landfill without the DNR being more comprehensive about what the state of the underground contamination is. You understand what I'm saying? We want the record to, the ROD is, what are you doing, how are you doing, and report on it, and comment every 5 years. Well, that's what we're going to do.
Right, and remember, this 5-year period, the waste removal started, prior to this.
Right.
And I think you used the word close out. I don't think anything will be closed
It's
out.
not yet.
It's what do we continue and how do we continue monitoring? It's not.
So it'll be a new,
It's more of a refresh button. It's an evaluation of actions that have taken place and
okay. So the next 5 years will tell
continuing
us.
of what actions need to continue.
Okay.
New, old, whatever they may be.
It would still be helpful if the DNR weighed in to say, here's the state of the.
But that's what the DNR is doing. The DNR are the ones reviewing and doing the 5-year update. They have to get reviewed and provided to US EPA. But they are the ones taking the data that we collect and taking the actions that have been done, and compiling that into the 5-year review for public comment.
You stated earlier, this is a state-led site.
Yes. Yes.
So that you're saying they are compiling information on the extent to the contamination,
What we-
horizontally and vertically?
Yeah, through the data that we collect, absolutely.